Hello and welcome to New Mexico Rising. My name is Mandy, and here on this show, every week we interview some awesome people from around the country to bring you lifestyle tips, tricks, and more. And this week we have this.
Denver is right now the most connected airport in the country.
We can't forget about our furry friends. We have so many companions out there.
All that and more on New Mexico Rising.
Do you ever dream of uncovering lost treasure, exploring ancient tunnels, or even chasing down history's greatest mysteries? You know, Josh Gates lives that adventure for real. And he's back with brand new seasons of Expedition Unknown and Expedition Files on Discovery Channel. Fresh off a Daytime Emmy win, Josh's latest expeditions dig deeper than ever, from inside Egypt's Great Pyramid to tracking hidden treasures around the world. Josh, it's great to see you here.
Thanks for having me, man.
All right, I guess without giving out too much away or spoiling for everybody, what is one moment this season that you thought to yourself, I can't believe we're actually pulling this off?
I think it's our season premiere, which is this big 2-hour, 2-part special on the Great Pyramid of Giza. And look, this building, which is 4,500 years old, has always inspired conspiracy theories and mystery. And so we are going to crawl through every inch of the Great Pyramid, sections that are closed to the public. We're going to descend deep beneath the pyramid into the bedrock itself. And to be down there in those tunnels was just such an absolute, electric thrill. And to take our viewers with us, that's the moment where I was like, I can't believe we're doing this.
Fans love both Expedition Unknown and Expedition Files. Can you give us the elevator pitch? What is the biggest difference between the two shows and why people should be tuned in for both hours?
Sure. I mean, Expedition Unknown is our boots on the ground exploration adventure show. So we spend the whole hour, or in the season premiere, 2 hours, investigating far-flung mysteries around the world. That's where we're going to be crawling in tunnels, macheting through jungles, diving into the unknown. Expedition Files, we are able to tackle 3 stories per hour, and these are incredibly iconic mysteries. I serve as a kind of guide through those stories, taking our viewers into the past, meeting experts and authors and historians that have, revelations, breaking news about some of the most famous cases in history. So that's really kind of pulling open the adventure filing cabinet and looking into these really awesome stories. And Expedition Unknown invites you to literally get dirty and get out there in the world with us.
Josh Gates says, if you want to be a Bilbo Baggins and go on an adventure, pull a Nike and just do it. See, like I put 2.
Just do it.
Yeah, there you go. Josh Gates, I want to thank you for joining me today. If you are into real-world mysteries, big swings, and a host who actually gets dirt under his nails, watch Josh Gates on Discovery. New episodes of Expedition Unknown and Expedition Files on Wednesday nights. Check your local listings and stream full episodes at discovery.com. Thanks for hanging out with me, Josh.
Hey, all the best, man. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Ever get hit with a surprise fee and wonder where your money went? Turns out hidden fees have already cost consumers and small businesses nearly $39 billion this year just from sending money abroad. Joining us to help us stop overpaying are Ankita DeMello, Principal Product Manager at Wise, and Dante Overpay, a larger-than-life character brought to life by comedian Mohammed Mohammed, here to help us make smarter money moves. Welcome, Ankita and Dante.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Hi. Ankita, nearly $39 billion are lost in hidden fees. Sounds unbelievable. How can everyday Americans avoid this mistake when sending money abroad?
So let's start by talking about where those hidden fees are actually hiding. Some banks and traditional providers actually mark up the exchange rate. So let's take an example. $1 is about 18.7 Mexican pesos, but your bank might give you a lower exchange rate. Let's say they give you 16 pesos. That's exactly where the fee is hiding. For every dollar that you send abroad, the person on the other side is going to get fewer pesos. And that's not your fault. That's exactly how foreign transaction fees are hidden by design.
And Dante, you're known for helping people out of silly money mistakes. Tell us what inspired your character and what you're hoping to teach people.
I mean, that's exactly it, right? The purpose of the character is to help people out in their strangest scenarios, especially when it comes to money. Like I have a client who told me he wanted to open up a haggis and kilt store after finding out about his Scottish ancestry, and now he found himself in a blood feud with the neighbors. So, very typical stuff we have going on over here. But that's not the problem. The problem is that at that point, he then wanted to send money internationally. He wanted to use a traditional provider. And so that's where I come in and I say, we're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater, right? Just because we're in a bad spot doesn't mean we keep making mistakes. We don't want to use traditional providers. You're going to be paying hidden fees. You don't know when the money's coming. Let's not do that, right? We can still make better choices even when our back's against the wall.
And Ankita, what should consumers look for when they're making international money transfers so they don't get hit with extra cost?
So the short answer is transparency. Sending money abroad, especially if you're doing it for the first time, can be complex and daunting. And really, it doesn't have to be that way. Part of our focus here today and what we're collaborating with Dawn on is to help consumers understand that there are transparent and affordable ways to send money. Wise is an international money app that allows consumers to send, spend, hold, and receive money in over 40 currencies in just one app. And they use the mid-market exchange rate like the one that you can find on Google. So what's really key here is understanding exactly how much you're paying and making sure that the person on the other side is getting exactly the amount that you can see.
And this question is for both of you. What inspired the idea between Donti Overpay, and how did this partnership with Wise come together?
So from my perspective, really overall, the goal is to help American consumers understand that there are smarter ways to send money internationally. We created Donti Overpay to help highlight the sneaky pitfalls that consumers may find themselves falling into. I myself have fallen into them many times. And we wanted the character to be relatable. So while you might not find yourself in a situation where you're opening up a haggis store, you may definitely find yourself in a difficult and challenging situation when sending money abroad. Dawn and I are really here to help you understand that there are providers out there that can help you navigate that, and you don't have to figure it all out on your own.
And to that point, I'm here as Donti Overpay, but I'm a real person. My name is Momo, and I'm a comedian and a content creator. And so when I make videos, my thought is to always do something that is relatable, right? So that people feel seen, they feel less alone in this world, whether it's funny or sad. And so in the collaboration with Wise, we kind of wanted that to be the focus, right? We wanted this character to be someone that you can go to for help, you can go to for advice. And then in creating these silly scenarios, it's been a lot of fun trying to work out, something unique, but still relatable, right? Still fundamentally, I think people will find meaning in.
And where can viewers go to learn more about saving money and avoiding those hidden fees?
So you can head over to wise.com/Donti Overpay, or you can also look up Allura Momo on all platforms to learn more.
Ankita and Donti, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Looking for a winter trip that mixes both city fun and mountain magic? Denver's got it. From sparkling holiday lights to easy access to the Rockies for skiing and snowboarding. Here to share what makes the Mile High City such a special winter spot is travel expert Gabe Saglier. Hi, Gabe. Welcome.
Abby, great to join you from beautiful Denver today.
Denver always shines during the holidays. What are some of the highlights this year?
All right, listen, I was here for the holidays last year. I'm back for more this year. I love this town. Really comes to life during the holiday season. All of the action really right in the heart of downtown Denver. So easy walking from any of the downtown Denver hotels. Look for Tivoli Quad, and you can't miss the star of the show, the Mile High Tree, 110 feet high, 60,000 LED lights, and it's a different interactive, immersive music and light show every single night. About 140 people can fit into this extravaganza, and again, it's totally free, so very family friendly, right alongside the annual Christmas market, the Bavarian-inspired Christmas marketplace that returns this year, of course, in downtown Denver. What I'm really looking forward to, Abby, is the grand return of the nightly Mile High drone show. Check this out, 600 drones taking to the Denver skyline every night right at 7 p.m., a different 15-minute show every single night. And listen, no bad seat in the house, because all you got to do is look up right at 7 p.m. and take it all in.
And what kinds of winter fun can families or couples enjoy both in and around the city?
Well, isn't beyond the holidays, and keep in mind, a lot of these holiday experiences go through the end of January. So even after the holiday buzz maybe has dissipated, a lot of those experiences still in effect, including one of my favorites, which is the afternoon high tea, world famous high tea there at the Brown Bunny Palace there in downtown Denver. Did that with my daughter this week. Just a magical experience. Hey, listen, January might be a great time, Abby, to tap that inner cowgirl. The National Western Stock Show and Rodeo makes a comeback in January. That's 16 days of rodeo-inspired activities, fun for the whole family, and really gets people from all over the country coming into Denver to check that out. Great cultural activities as well. Denver Center for the Performing Arts. I saw the Lion King there the other day. Fantastic. A lot of holiday shows, a lot of musical and stage performances over the next couple of months. And great eating here as well, Abby. 30-plus Michelin-recommended restaurants across the city of Denver.
And how far is the drive from Denver to the ski slopes? And what makes it such an easy getaway?
So listen, Denver, as a lot of avid skiers will know, great home base to tap no fewer than 14 world-class ski resorts, from Keystone to Arapahoe Basin to Echo Mountain. My favorite might be Winter Park Ski Resort. Great if you're a beginner, great if you're a pro as well. Some beautiful terrain up there. But I love how you can get up there, because every winter Amtrak brings back the Winter Park Ski Express, a 2-hour scenic train ride that takes you from downtown Denver, Union Station, to the slopes of Winter Park. You're up there by 9 a.m. You're hanging out in the mountains all day, and then by 4:45, you're boarding the train back to downtown Denver. You're in the city by 6:37 p.m., just in time for a great meal, a great show, a great sports game as well. So a wonderful way to use Denver as home base, but still tap some of that world-famous ski action there just outside Denver.
And for travelers flying in, what should they know about getting to Denver right now?
Well, the interesting thing is that Denver is right now the most connected airport in the country. So more nonstop flights in and out of DIA than any other U.S. airport, including plenty of flight options out of Albuquerque. And then getting into the city from the airport, I had a great time doing this the other day. It's the A-Line train right from the airport, puts you in downtown Denver at Union Station about 35 minutes later. It's $10 each way, so affordable, quick, leaving the driving to somebody else. And again, you're in the heart of the action within just minutes after you land.
And finally, where can people learn more or start planning their Denver adventure?
Thanks, Abby. Check out visitdenver.com for a ton of trip planning ideas there for the holiday season, and plenty of some deals to get you out of Albuquerque into Denver over the next few months.
Gabe, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Abby.
The holidays are supposed to be about giving, not taking. But unfortunately, scammers see this season as an opportunity. From fake package alerts to sketchy online deals, fraudsters are getting more creative every year. Joining us with tips to protect your money and peace of mind is Deidre Porche, National Head of Community and Business Development at JP Morgan Chase. Welcome, Deidre.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Deidre, what kinds of scams are you seeing most often as we're heading into the holidays?
Well, the scammers are definitely taking advantage of the busy season. And so one thing we see is unrealistic deals. So this is where the scammer will use fake websites or social media marketplaces to lure shoppers with deeply discounted items that may be popular when actually the items don't exist. So be cautious about those. Second is travel scams. This is where the scammer will mimic or even recreate a very popular site that you're accustomed to seeing, the logo or maybe even some of the messaging. And the site is not a real site. It will get you to log into a fake login page or maybe even capture your personal information. And the third one, and very big during the holiday season, is missing package scams. So this is where they'll send you an email or they'll text you that you've missed a delivery of a package and try to get you to log in and share your personal information. You just want to be sure that you are logging in or clicking on a credible site. And then there's one other that rears its head during this time of year, and it's impersonation scams. This is where the scammer will impersonate a trusted institution like your bank or the government, and they'll tell you there's something wrong with your account or they need you to take urgent action. You want to slow down and pause. You can even hang up the phone if you're on the phone with someone that you're not quite sure, and then call back with credible information so you can protect yourself.
And many of us shop online this time of year. What are some simple ways we can make sure we're buying safely?
Yes. So first of all, watch out for the fake deals. And these are the deals that just seems so good. And everyone loves a great deal. But if it seems like it's too good to be true, it probably is. So just watch out for those. And also make sure you're dealing with a trusted retailer. You heard me refer earlier to clicking on bad links. You verify that URL. Make sure that that retailer you think you're dealing with is actually the retailer. So verify that you've got a good, a legitimate URL address. And then one other tip, make sure that you're using a safe way to pay. So credit and debit cards have payment protection. So it allows you to dispute a claim if you don't get the merchandise that you expected to get. If you're using Zelle or cash or wire transfers, you may not be able to get your money back. And then one other tip, use Zelle with trusted sources. You only want to use Zelle when you know who you're dealing with.
And if someone suspects they've been scammed or clicked a bad link, what's the first thing they should do?
The first thing they should do is to stop all contact with the scammer. You want to prevent any further damage from happening, but then take the time to document, collect that information that can be used in an investigation, and then reach out to your bank. So just take your card, flip it over, that phone number on the back of the card, call that number and tell them everything that took place. And then also file a police report so that we can document what information you obtained. But most of all, don't be ashamed if you think you may have been a victim. That information that you share could lead to protecting someone else.
And what tools or resources can help people stay one step ahead of fraudsters?
Well, if they just go to chase.com/security, there's lots of information there, tips and tools that you can use, but that you can also share with your loved ones to protect them also during this holiday season.
Deidre, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. This is great. Have a great holiday.
Holiday shopping is in full swing, and this year it's all about finding gifts that are both thoughtful and practical. From do-it-yourselfers and cozy homebodies to kids and even pets. Joining us with some great ideas from Tractor Supply are Marty Skold-Jordan, brand ambassador, and Chris Sarah, district manager. Welcome to you both.
Hi, happy holidays.
Hello.
Marty, you've grouped shoppers into 4 categories: the doers, the comfort seekers, the next gen, and the companions. Can you tell us what those mean and how that helps picking out gifts?
Yeah, at Tractor Supply Life out here, we really can categorize folks into 4 different categories, and you will all find yourself in one. So the first one is the doer. They love functionality, getting things done. They are the task seekers. They like to have their hands in the garden, maybe working on a project in the garage, in the shed, always tinkering around. So those are the doers. Then you come into the comfort seekers, and I fall in that one. That's the folks that like peace, tranquility, well-being, something comfortable and cozy, perfect this time of the year. And then we've got next gen. Those are our youth, our children. They're looking for toys and something future looking. And finally, our furry feathered companions, the pets in our lives, or our barnyard animals. We need to make sure that they are on our Christmas list as well.
And Chris, let's start with the doers, the ones who love projects and getting things done. What's a great gift for them this year?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because this is a category that's near and dear to me. I'm actually that doer out there. But we're seeing a lot of traffic that's coming into our stores, and they're just going, we want something unique. Well, we just partnered with Field & Stream, and they're giving us some excellent products out there as well. So one of our top category products is the Trail Cam. This is awesome. You put this in your yard, and you have just hours of viewing of what passes in your yard. So let me tell you, very hot item out there. This is something that you can put on that list. Also, while you're sitting there, let's throw the stocking stuffer in for you, the tumbler. Put some coffee, put another beverage in there, anything that you want, and it'll keep that temperature regulated for hours. And let me tell you, that honey-do list is big. And one of my honey-do lists that I love, hint, hint, which is the DeWalt radio. This is absolutely awesome on there. Customers are asking for this all the time. It is lightweight. It is durable. Bluetooth. You could take this when you're gardening. You could take this inside the garage if you're just sitting there doing some projects inside the garage, or even in the house, and jam out to some music. with a whole bunch of other gifts that we have from DeWalt and other lines.
And Marty, what about the comfort seekers, those who just want to stay warm, relaxed, and cozy this season?
Yes, and we have so many of those. Again, I fit in that one. This from Vintage Threads is almost like teddy bear fleece. It's so comfortable. It's got a zipper, a really cute pattern on it. We all like to sit around the fire or watch Christmas movies. What about having a plush throw that has the fleece on the inside? This one's really beautiful. It's got flowers and cowboy boots and cowboy hats. Of course, you've got the holiday variety. We've got candles, we've got decorations, we've got a little bit of everything. And the Carhartt purple hoodie is really one of the top sellers. People are coming in and asking for that. When you've got the purple in it, is very, very cute, very on trend. And then I have to show you the most darling wrapping paper on the planet. It's got little chickens on it, and they are wrapped up in Christmas lights. But we've got some with cowboy boots, cowgirl boots. We've got some that have trucks on them, or even cows, chickens, dogs. So you can get a little bit of everything at Tractor Supply.
And Chris, can you share some fun ideas for the next gen and also for our furry companions?
Absolutely. So our next gen, we want to embrace our next generation out there with life out here. And what better way of doing it with the zero-turn ride-on mower that we have out there. This is the hot item last year, still continuous throughout the year, and will be for this year as well. You know, tons of hours of fun for the kids to sit on it. And let me tell you, they're riding around is mimicking what mom and dad are doing and mowing the lawn as well. So this is embracing them for the future of independent thinking, for the life out here style. And one thing I want to mention too, we can't forget about our furry friends. We have so many companions out there. We have aisles full of just toys and treats. You name it, we have it out there. We actually partnered again with Field and Stream, and they just added to the assortment on here. One of my personal favorites is the throw duck toy. This is awesome. It's durable. You throw this out there, dog brings it back to you. Just absolutely amazing. Hours of fun. Maybe exhaust the dog a little bit, get some sleep. So when that dog is going napping a little bit, they have the antler toy. That's right. They could just sit in here, relax, and just gnaw on this as well for hours. But one thing is we can't forget about our barnyard friends out there. So you have a horse out there, the peppermint jolly ball. This thing is amazing. The smell is great. So when you just take it out of the box and you smell it, I'm telling you, you got to get one of these and go into Tractor Supply. So next time you're in, go grab one of these. It's awesome. And then finally, take care of the chicks. We got to give them some treats this holiday season. So as you can see, we help everyone out for gifts. We have it all.
And Marty, more shoppers are looking for convenience and flexibility. How is Tractor Supply helping make it easier to shop both online and in store this season?
You know, I'd say shoppers are looking for value. They're looking for convenience. So first of all, value, we have daily deals going on during the holidays. Convenience, you can go online, tractorsupply.com/gifts. Speaking of gifts, if you didn't fall into any of those categories, but you want to have something that keeps on giving, gift cards are really important because mom might like flowers and gardening, but it's that winter time. And so this she can use in the springtime as well. And then don't forget our Neighbors Club. You get our points, you get discounts. It's just a really easy thing. But folks are coming into stores. We see that trend of people wanting to see things, feel things, touch things, or use the folks that work in our store almost as your personal shoppers because they know what is needed for that doer, for that comfort seeker, and some really wonderful ideas that you may not have thought of.
And finally, where can viewers go to check out these gifts and learn more?
Well, come on in store. Tractor Supplies are everywhere around the country, or go online, tractorsupply.com/gifts. Tons of gifts, tons of daily deals, and we hope you all have happy holidays.
Marty, Chris, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Taking care of someone with prostate cancer can be overwhelming, but caregivers are a crucial part of the journey. In fact, most caregivers encourage that first screening and stay involved through every stage of treatment. Joining us are Dr. Daniel George, a medical oncologist from Duke University, and Gina Carithers, President and CEO of the Prostate Cancer Foundation, to share how early detection and new treatments are changing lives for patients and caregivers. Welcome to you both.
Thanks, Abby. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Dr. George, can you tell us which men are most at risk for prostate cancer?
Yeah, you know, Abby, the truth is all men are at risk for prostate cancer, particularly as they age, but there are some groups that are at higher risk than others. So for instance, men with a family history of prostate cancer, a father or brother, are at higher risk for developing prostate cancer. Men who identify as Black or African American, these are men that are at higher risk for developing prostate cancer and even more aggressive forms of prostate cancer. And then finally, we recommend for all men a PSA check. This is a simple blood test their primary care doctor can order somewhere between the age of 45 and 50 as a screen. And if that level is above 1.6, you're at higher risk of developing prostate cancer in your lifetime. So these are the three groups we really focus on for prostate cancer.
Gina, caregivers play such an important role. What are some of the best ways they can offer support?
Yes, Abby, the caregiver plays an essential role. So if we think about in the screening phase, right, they're the ones who most often are recommending that the men in their lives see the physician and go in to get that simple blood test as a part of maintaining their overall health and well-being. If their friend, colleague, partner, spouse is diagnosed with prostate cancer, then of course it's very useful for them to take an active role in both understanding the disease and the treatments that go along with the disease, helping with the patient making the decisions for care, and then keeping the patient, abreast of what's going on when they're in the physician appointments. Because having that extra set of ears and eyes in those appointments is essential for that patient who often is going to forget a lot of the information that may have been exchanged in those critical meetings. And so that caregiver plays a key role in evening that out and helping with the overall wellness of the patient.
Dr. George, how is prostate cancer treatment evolving to give families more options and hope?
Yeah, Abby, this is really important. The field has changed dramatically in the last 10 years. So for localized prostate cancer, we have new diagnostics that are really helping us pinpoint and dial up or down the right treatment intensity for these patients. On the other hand, for patients with more advanced prostate cancer, cancer that's spread outside into the bones or other parts of the body, the prognosis or expected survival has changed dramatically. 10 years ago, it was 2 to 3 years on average. Now, on average, men are living 7 to 10 years, sometimes longer. So the truth is we've turned even the worst prostate cancer into a chronic disease. And it's where, survivorship and support and lifestyle make a huge difference. So really encouraging men to know their status and to empower them to know their treatment options. The best way to do that is a new website we've launched called advancedpctreatment.com. I'd really encourage patients to check this out to get informed about what is available for treatment of advanced prostate cancer.
Dr. George, for anyone watching right now, what's the best place to go to learn more?
Yes. So Abby, the website again is advancedpctreatment, all one word, .com.
And Gina, where can families turn for help or more information?
So families looking for information or the patients themselves can go to the new Prostate Cancer Foundation website, which is pcf.org. And on that website, they'll find all the information from screening, diagnosis, and treatment throughout the journey of what can be the prostate cancer treatment. Likewise, the new website that Dr. George mentioned, advancedpctreatment.com, advancedpctreatment.com, is an incredible resource that guides patients and the caregivers through the prostate cancer journey.
Gina and Dr. George, thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure, Abby. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Abby.
Thank you for tuning in and checking out New Mexico Rising. Be sure to follow us on social media. That's at New Mexico Rising on Instagram and Facebook, or visit our website at newmexicorising.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at New Mexico Rising. That was our show, New Mexico Rising. You take care, and we'll see you next week.